You blockhead, you're going to miss all the fun just like last year. Don't talk like that. The great pumpkin knows which kids have been good and which kids have been bad. You'll be sorry. Oh, good grief. You're coming here because I have the most sincere pumpkin patch and you respect sincerity. Do you really think you'll come? Tonight the great pumpkin rises out of the pumpkin patch. He flies through the air and brings toys to all the children of the world. That's a good story.
My imagination. What's that monster doing crawling in my bedroom door? Or is it just my shirt, pants, lying on the floor? I wish it wasn't quite so dark. I wish that Mom were near. I wish I wasn't quite so scared. I hope that morning's almost here. It's only my imagination playing tricks on me. I know my imagination playing tricks on me, and so I'll pull the covers around my head and snuggle up real tight, and soon it will be morning once again. What's that eerie scratching sound underneath my bed? Did I really hear it, or was it only in my head? I wish that I was still asleep. I wish this was a dream. Because if I hear that noise again, I think I'm going to scream. It's only my imagination playing tricks on me. I know my imagination playing tricks on me. And so I'll pull the covers around my head and snuggle up real tight. And soon it will be morning once again. What's that ghostly specter I see standing over there? Or is it just a shadow that's giving me a scare? I wish that all these spooky things would just leave me alone. Why can't they all just go away and find some other home? It's only my imagination playing tricks on me, I know. My imagination playing tricks on me, and so I'll pull the covers around my head and snuggle up real tight. And soon it will be morning once again.
Liars and fools, everyone has a dark side that he never shows. Till Halloween. Sirius XM Halloween Radio. Sirius 126 and XM 120.
That fateful day, the day I decided to run away. A 6-foot gray would soon be mine when I met Mr. Frankenstein. It started out in a small cafe. I saw him coffee at the on my way. I never thought I'd get to dine with that horrible man called Frankenstein. Came up to me and asked my name. I said, Joe, and asked the same. And then he said, I think that you was Just about time I had my lunch when he opened his mouth and my head went crunch. I'm telling a tale from heaven up high. There's no way that you can die. If you have your choice, just don't choose my hand. Don't choose me, Mr. Frankenstein.
Okay, when I was a kid, and my brother was a bit older, and he lived down in the basement. His room was all the way in the back of the basement. I hated going down there. So my mother on a Saturday made me go wake him up. So I went downstairs. The whole basement was dark. I had to walk across the floor. And I opened up the door, went to wake him up, and now all there was a nightlight. My brother slept with his eyes half open. So there was, his nose was on the side, his eyes were half open, and he was like, I thought he was possessed by a demon. So it was later on, my cousin said there was something down in that room. So I went down there, I opened the door, and they had a doll's head on the lamp with red light and red paint all over her face like she was like killed, and that was the scariest moment of my life. Hi, I'm Sandy Gluck from Everyday Food on Montessori Living Radio, Sirius 112 and XM 157. I want to share my favorite Halloween with you. Growing up in the Bronx, living really close to my cousins, we all went out together in a pack of about 7. And there were lots of tall buildings that we went into. The rule was that you could only go into tall apartment buildings if you knew somebody who lived there. But we did. We knew lots of people. And we went carrying great big sacks, pillowcases actually, in place of a bag. And my favorite costume, the one that I wore several years running, was that of a gypsy. And for some reason, I don't know why, I used to black out a tooth. That seemed to be part of being a gypsy to me. My sisters, on the other hand, loved wearing cowgirl costumes, and they also liked wearing those bent arrows that would bend around your head and made it look like you were shot in the head. They were pretty funny. We all thought those were really hysterical. I also carried a magic 8-ball that was for telling fortunes. And we were also told that we had a little gypsy blood in us from being from Hungary, so that played right into my being a gypsy. Once we collected all of that candy, we would get together, cousins and my sisters, sit down, dump all of the candy out on the living room floor, and then trade for our favorites. That's my favorite Halloween. What's yours?
126, XM 120.
Now, that brain that you gave me, was it Hans Delbruck? No. Ah, good. Would you mind telling me whose brain I did put in?
And you won't be angry?
I will not be angry.
Abby someone.
Abby someone. Abby who?
Abby normal.
Abby normal. Are you saying that I put an abnormal brain into a 7.5-foot long, 54-inch wide gorilla? Is that what you're telling me? Quick, gorilla!
How do you do, boys and girls? My name is Alfred Hitchcock, and I'm delighted to find that you believe in ghosts too. After all, they believe in you, so it is only common courtesy and politeness to return the favor. As a matter of fact, I tell them human stories all the time, and they enjoy them immensely. Now, of course, the best way to listen to ghost stories is with the lights out. There is nothing like a dark room to attract ghosts, and you may like to have some of our mutual friends come and listen with you. Are the lights out? Good. Doors closed? Blinds drawn? Excellent. Don't worry about the ghosts getting in. They can slither through keyholes and under doors, you know. Now, just be quiet. Hear that slithering? Ah, good. Now that we're all here, we can begin. First of all, let me say that I have always been curious about those things which makes the average person's blood run cold with fear and horror. But then the average person becomes upset over such simple things as a door opening, footsteps in the hall, an ordinary owl or a cat. And they make such a fuss over simple things like the fluttering of a bird's wings, a girl's voice on a summer evening, or for that matter, a dripping faucet, as we seem to have here. But you and I are above these things. However, it might be best for me to get a red light and turn that water off completely.
The Transylvania PTA had a luncheon dance the other day. Committee work was done by teachers under the Dean of Assorted Creatures.
And a good time was had by all. Yes, a good time was had by all.
Chairs were arranged for the sitting few, perches set up for those who flew. Parents with heels had kites assigned, and baskets were used for the formless kind.
And a good time was had by all. Yes, a good time was had by all.
One minor thing happened to spoil the fun. The menu hostess, thoughtless one, instead of rolls, served a hot cross bun, where the vampires arose and walked out as one.
And you couldn't blame them at all. You couldn't blame them at all.
The anatomy class had been warned rather firm not to bring the monster they built this term, but of course he was there, brimming with life. It's a shame he ran off with the principal's wife.
A good time was had by all, yes, a good time was had by all.
It's a wonder the lunch didn't turn out worse. The geography which, sure enough, cast a curse. It began when the sophomores, playful bunch, poured Geritol into the vampire punch.
And it turned into quite a ball. Yes, it turned into quite a ball.
First, the freshman captured the fiend who taught math and threw him into an acid bath. He had tougher stuff than they thought he had. He just swam around till the acid turned bad.
It didn't faze him at all. No, it didn't faze him at all.
Then the board of regents crawled from their tanks, then picked a fight with reptile ranks. Carnivorous couples did nasty things, and ate off half of the faculty wings.
And that started the free-for-all. Yes, that started the free-for-all.
Soon carnage was strewn from the library tombs clear to the vampire study rooms. Frankenstein boys were loading up carts to build up his stock of extra parts.
And they piled them up out in the hall. They piled them up out in the hall.
When it looked like the party was out of hand, the day was saved by the student band. The brotherhood hymn had no sooner begun when survivors shook hands if they still had one.
And a good time was had by all. Yes, a good time was had by all.
Years ago, I used to design costumes and make them, so you would want to win a contest, and you could do some wild things, you know, contraptions, things to light up. People did some extraordinary things. You got Raiders of the Lost Ark, and you got Anna Montana, and all that kind of thing, like for the children. And the typical horror stuff, anything with Freddy Krueger, with Saw, with Friday the 13th.
Sirius XM's Halloween Radio. Sirius 126 and XM 120.
This is Miriam Chino, psychic intuitive and your host of Angel on Call. The year was 1996, October 30th.
Okay, guys, that's it for tonight. And actually, this will be the last webcam broadcast until Halloween night. And I do have the second camera ready to go. I've also created a second Justin TV account. So within about a day before Halloween, something like that, I'll get the additional player embedded over on Season of Shadows. And then there'll be two players in there, one stacked on top of the other one. And then the chat box down below, so then you guys will have a couple different views of the haunt on Halloween night. Thanks for joining me tonight. I appreciate it. Once I get done here with the painting, there's still more touch-up to do on him. Tomorrow I'll work on that some more, and then I need to paint on the hands as well tomorrow, and hopefully that won't take too long on the hands. I don't think the touch-up on his face and body will take a little bit of time still as I go in and get into all the individual nooks and crannies. But the main reason I won't be running the webcam from here on out is probably tomorrow. I'm also going to work on the wings. I'm going to try to. And that will actually cause me to have to move him completely away from the position he's in now to get the wings mounted and everything there. So anyway, like I said, this will be the last webcam tonight, guys, until Halloween night. I'm hoping to have the webcam on Halloween night before dark again, and maybe even try to get it running a little earlier in the afternoon if setup is going smoothly enough. Maybe I can have it running around somewhere between about 3:30 and 4:30. Guaranteed it'll be on by about 6 o'clock, 5:36, but hopefully maybe even a little bit earlier. And what I'll do is I'll just play XM Halloween radio, or else I'll play some Halloween music and stuff like that right close to the speaker as we're doing this setup. And maybe I'll have it running a little earlier. So anyway, guys, thanks again for joining me tonight. I look forward to having both cams running for you guys on Halloween night. Take care. Have a great day tomorrow. Have a great week between now and Halloween. And I look forward to seeing you guys on Halloween night. Thanks again. And one more thing. I am going to have an update of the Angel of Death, one more video update posted before Halloween. I can't guarantee when. I'd like to do it by about Sunday or Monday. It may not be till Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. So sometime in the next week, I'll definitely have an update of everything that I've been doing on the prop since the last one. Plus, with the webcam being off, you guys will see between now and sometime this time next week what I've done. So have a great one, guys. Thanks again.